ask you this, man. As we start turning the corner here on the conversation, you're a year in, right? And there's a long way to go. You say, hey, look, I'm nowhere near where I want to be. One, what is going to continue to motivate you over the course of the next 3, 5, 10 years in your career? And then two, what is the ultimate goal for Johnny Nitafan?
Good question. I love it. So I think like the thing that continues to motivate me is like everybody talks about, like, not everybody, but a lot of people say money doesn't matter. Oh, like money's evil. Oh, money's this, money's that, whatever. I don't believe in that. Like I really believe that like you wouldn't be hating your boss and like still going to work. You wouldn't be waking up at 3 a.m. like me when I was working at Starbucks because you love, like, do you really love that? Well, no, it's because of money. You need to be able to provide. And so like for me, like what drives me is like being able to like have those times that I had to ask my wife when I had $7 in my account and she had money in hers, to be like, hey, can you please give me some money so I can, one, pay my assistant, two, pay some for leads, like do that stuff. And I want to be able to like really give her that life. But I think it's getting the money out of the way so I can really pursue things that that I really love to do. I love insurance. I've really grown accustomed to loving it because it's really provided a great life for us. However, I think it's not my end all be all by any means. I think it's a vehicle. I really do I really want to take what I've learned and really like help other people make a ton of money, like Alex Hormozi. Like Alex Hormozi is like definitely my number one role model right now. Besides Nate Offer, like Nate's like a very achievable within a year and a half, 2 years to get to. I think Hormozi is like a 5-year plan type deal. But I think for me, it's like get the money out of the way so I could really do things that I really want to like go after. So like for me, what I've been really thinking about is like I really want to do insurance, but then also maybe do like a training, like do courses and like just grow a business out of that, like a personal coaching type deal, or I don't know. But I think I don't know what that is. Maybe it's another shiny object, but that's why I haven't really touched it, because I know that like I'm not even at 6 figures a month yet. Like we hit 100,000 as an agency last month, in my first like full month really building an agency. But I think like until we're at like 7, 8 figures a month, it's just a distraction. So I think getting the money out of the way, like making, I don't know, at least $1 million a year, like at least 6 figures a month, doing this to move towards other things. So right now, my 2-year plan is to become, like, I have it right here. It's one of my blue cards. Symmetry has like different, like, not levels in a way, but it's like my goal is to be the fastest like equity partner, like the number one fastest growing equity partner. So it's like you get to the top of the company, get to the top, and then you bring somebody else to the top. And that's my goal, to be the fastest one, because the fastest ones like did it in like, I don't know, 22 months or something, and she's like 47, and I want to be 20. I want to be 22 and have done that faster than anybody else. And so I think that those are the goals that I really like have right now, but more like to get the money out of the way. And then my wife and I do want to have a family, but not yet. And so my goal with business was to really go hard now while we're young, while I'm 21 and she's 24, to where we can be 20, I can be 25 and she can be 28, and we could start having kids to where I don't have to ask my boss if I can go to their games. I don't have to ask my boss to like go on a vacation with them. Like right. I have that already taken care of, so I could really enjoy things that I love to do. So I think the things that continue to motivate me is like just beating myself. Seriously, like I hired a coach for fitness because I was like, dude, I'm getting fat. Like I'm just getting lazy. It's easy to like. You said that
right now in business, man. I mean,
It's like literally sitting in this chair is a detriment. I'm like, when I was at Nate's house, I would be sitting in the chair for like 18 hours straight. My butt would be tingling because of how much I'd be sitting down all day. I was there for 2 weeks and I literally didn't get up. Like I left twice. That's it. I sat inside all day. This is the whitest, the most pale I've ever been. But it's like just continuing to push the limits of like, I love the description Ed Milet talks about of heaven. I don't really believe in it. Like, I like the idea. I don't think it's true by any means, but he's like, heaven is getting to meet God after you die, and he introduces you to the person that he really created you to be. And I like that the visualization of like, if I like, he's like, hell is God saying, hey, this is the person I created you to be, and you're super far from that person. And I think like I love that illustration, because I'm like, dang, it just pushes me to be more and more and do more and like be good and like do good to the world, help people out that aren't as privileged and fortunate. So yeah
man. No, I love it, man. And I love the goals too, like the way that you speak about, you know, what you plan to accomplish with certainty. You know, it's not, well, I'm going to try to do this, you know, I think I could maybe do this. No, I'm going to do this. Hey, when we're doing this, this is what's going to happen next, right? It's like there's a confidence there, and I think that's really important for not just for you to say and believe, which I know you do, but I think it's important for others to hear too, because you're like, man, you know, look, until we're doing, you know, 6 figures a month, you know, we gotta just kind of stay focused in, and most people are just trying to get to 6 figures a year, right? You know, some people can't even fathom six. I mean, nowadays, 6 figures is not 6 figures. You need multiple 6 figures to even begin to start living. So, you know, I love that, you know, that drive and the ambition. It's not just the ambition, but it's also the drive behind it. Somebody who's new, right, coming into this business, or maybe they're thinking about getting into the business, maybe they're listening to you and they're like, hey, you know, maybe I can connect with Johnny and talk about the next steps of my career, but they're kind of on the fence. What kind of guidance or advice would you have to someone about this industry?
Good. Yeah, good stuff. I mean, one, the financial services industry makes the most millionaires out of any other industry. It's the most profitable business that you can be in. Because you're not selling a product. Like, it's not a product. Like, it's literally a contract. You're selling air in a way, and it's like it will never run out, and everybody needs it at all times. So I think like everybody needs it. Like, you probably know somebody, if you're listening right now, like that maybe somebody died. The reason I love this business, I share it with pretty much every one of my clients, is like, I'm so passionate about this business because my best friend's dad died when he was 53, dropped out of a heart attack. And if he didn't have 2 life insurance policies to, like, 1, pay off their house so that they could still live in it, but 2, like, to be able to like have money to go to school, to be able to still continue to like have his money like as an income, like it would be a very bad place. And so I love the business because it genuinely helps people, but you also get paid more than people could even fathom. And I've been able to get, in the short amount of time that I've been in the life insurance industry, like 6 months, I've gotten deposits more than it takes me 6 to even like 12 months to make at another place in one single deposit. And it's like, makes the most millionaires. It'll never run out, and there's a growing demand. And Alex Hormozi talks about, like, if you guys don't know, I've been talking about a lot about Alex Hormozi because he when he was by the age of 28, he grew 4 7-figure businesses. And so like that just gives him credibility. And he said the number one thing when starting a business is you have to find a hungry crowd, a starving crowd. And insurance is a starving crowd. Like that's the number one tactical advantage you could have over any other business, because you can have the best product, you can have the best whatever it is marketing, but if you don't have a crowd that's starving for what you have, it really doesn't matter. Like I could be less average, I could be a 2 on skills and you could be a 10 out of 10 on skills, but if you're not in a level 10 avenue or an income opportunity, I'm going to win every time because people are starving to get what I have. And so it's growing. daily because there's more people coming in. So find a starving crowd. This is a starving crowd. People need insurance. And people are like literally begging me for insurance. So it's like, if you just help 10, 15 families a week, I mean, that's $10 to $15,000 in business, 60,000 a month. I mean, take about half of that and that's about income.
Yeah.
So you really, 6 figures, if you're not doing 6 figures in your first year, you're really doing something wrong. And I say that with so much conviction, because you really don't. I have guys that last month, their first month in the business, like working 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. They go to sleep for 4 hours and they do this for 5 hours and they made like 10 grand last month. Like nowhere else you can do that. So I think like you're making the wrong decision if you're not choosing this opportunity. And I have very, very limited time and we have so many people coming on board. I don't know if I can help everybody. However, if you have questions, definitely reach out to me. I'd love to help you out. Johnny Nitafan 1 on Instagram and on TikTok, YouTube. Just look me up, JOHNNY Nitafan, NITAFAN. And I'd love to see if I can help you out.
Absolutely. Hey, look, we're going to make sure we got all the contact information, in the videos on the platforms, so you'll be able to reach out to Johnny and make sure you follow his content as well. He has some really good content. If you watch the YSGAL license, our Instagram and TikTok, we've actually reposted some of your content as well, man. Yep. So great stuff. Continue to do what you do. Keep shining that light and that positivity and all of that great energy. And for those who are listening, I mean, he dropped a bunch of jewels, y'all, a bunch of nuggets. So hopefully you heard something that has you thinking to yourself, contemplating, meditating. Maybe you should get a license. Until the next time, take care.